With cryptocurrency being such a buzzword and everybody trying to get in on the action, we wanted to take a deeper look at companies and individuals that have decided to scam us for our cryptocurrency. Scams are sometimes easy to see, but then when it comes to those the size of Mt. Gox and MTI or Mirror Trading International, we never see it coming. When government watchdogs and private watchdogs start making noise over a company or site, it's better to limit the damage you could suffer by getting the hell out of Dodge. We did some investigating. Beware of these crypto scams. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. What to do? Here is a list of some do's when you get warnings of being scammed. Try to understand the risk. Scammers often try to create a false sense of urgency, and you should resist the pressure to buy right now. Check out any dealer in virtual currency options or futures contracts before you buy. Thoroughly research any virtual currency platform or digital wallet provider before providing any credit card information, wiring money, or before disclosing any sensitive personal data. Carefully read any agreement with a digital wallet provider. What not to do. Here's a list of some don'ts when you get warnings of being scammed. Don't put money in a virtual currency investment if you don't really understand how it works. Don't deposit any money that you can't afford to lose. Don't buy virtual currencies based on any anonymous tips. And don't share your private keys with anyone. Common scams to look out for. Do your due diligence when presented with a crypto opportunity, especially when it promises free money or fast money. The following are common crypto scams to look out for. Mining scams. Cloud mining allows you to mine cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin without having to purchase the expensive hardware required to do so. There are several legitimate cloud mining services that let users rent server space to mine for coins at a set rate. There are also some legitimate ways to invest in Bitcoin mining companies and share profits from them. However, there are also plenty of cryptocurrency mining scams out there. Some promise astronomical and implausible returns and fail to disclose a range of hidden fees, while others are fronts for Ponzi scams and are simply designed to part you from your money. It's also important to note that even if it's not an outright scam, cloud mining will always be a bad investment compared to simply buying cryptocurrency, as will leasing any other form of cryptocurrency mining equipment. The quirks of Bitcoin mining economics means that no matter what Bitcoin prices do, you'll always be better off just buying the equivalent amount of Bitcoin instead of trying to invest that money in a mining scheme. Even if they're not technically scams, it's a mathematical fact that all legitimate Bitcoin cloud mining businesses and consumer-oriented miner rental schemes are invariably bad investments. The way to avoid these scams is to avoid all cloud mining and rent-a-miner schemes under all circumstances. Phishing. This scam on the list is one that you may well be familiar with already, as it's also been widely used to target customers from major banks. Known as phishing, spelled with PH, this type of scam occurs when you receive an unsolicited email that looks as if it's from your bank, or in this case from your crypto exchange or wallet provider. This email contains a link that takes you to a site that looks almost identical to the exchange or wallet you usually use, but it's actually a scam site. Once you enter your account details on this unofficial page, the scammers have everything they need to log into your real account and steal your funds. How to avoid phishing scams? Always double check URLs to make sure you're visiting the genuine website. Don't click on suspicious links that are emailed to you, and never disclose your private key. Fake exchanges and wallets. In a similar vein to phishing scams, keep an eye out for fake Bitcoin exchanges. They may walk the walk and talk the talk like a reputable exchange, but they're merely a front to separate customers from their hard-earned cash. Some will entice users with promotional offers that sound too good to be true. Others pressure users into creating an account and depositing funds, perhaps even offering bonuses to those who deposit larger amounts. But once they have your money, these platforms might charge ridiculously high fees, making it exceedingly difficult to withdraw funds, or they simply steal your deposit altogether. Other scammers have turned their attention to creating quite sophisticated fake wallet apps that, once downloaded to a user's smartphone, can be used to steal critical account details. These apps have even made it into official, legitimate app stores like Google Play, so it pays to do your research before downloading anything to your phone. How to avoid fake exchange and fake wallet scams? Stick with well-known and popular exchanges. Thoroughly research any exchange or wallet before creating an account. Who is the team behind the exchange or the wallet? Where is the company registered? Are there reliable reviews from other users confirming its legitimacy? Don't let yourself be pressured into depositing funds or providing any personal information. And don't just randomly pick a wallet from the App Store. Only download apps and software from legitimate wallet providers and exchanges. Old school scams. Cryptos may be based on new technology, but there are still plenty of scammers using old tricks to con unwitting consumers. The classic example of this is an unsolicited phone call or email from someone claiming to be with the IRS. This fictional taxman will try to convince you that you owe the IRS money and you'll be facing legal action if you don't transfer them a certain amount of Bitcoin as soon as possible. The tried and tested Nigerian print scam is also migrated into the world of cryptocurrency. So if you're ever contacted out of the blue by someone overseas promising you a share in a large sum of digital currency, if you help them transfer funds out of their own country, use your common sense and recognize it for the scam it is. To avoid these scams, use your common sense and don't trust unsolicited emails or phone calls. Fraudulent ICOs. Seduced by the astronomical price rises Bitcoin has experienced since its inception, many everyday consumers venture into the world of cryptocurrency looking for the next big thing. After all, if the next Bitcoin ever actually arrives, getting in at the ground floor could see early adopters earn a fortune. And if you want to get in on the ground floor, the easiest option for the average person is to buy coins or tokens in an ICO. There's a huge appetite for new digital currencies. This has led to the rise of fake ICOs which, with some slick marketing and a little bit of hype, can convince people to buy a cryptocurrency that doesn't actually exist. For example, one report found that 78% of ICOs in 2017 were scams, while a separate report put that figure at above 80%. Finally, if you're dreaming of getting rich quick from a crypto ICO, be aware that for every ICO success story there are many more failures, even if the project isn't a scam. How to avoid fraudulent ICOs? Thoroughly research any ICO before buying in. Look at the team behind the project, its white paper, the purpose of the currency, the tech behind it, and the specifics of the token sale. Bitcoin blackmail scams. Similar to how scammers will sometimes pretend to represent the tax office in hopes of coercing victims out of money, they'll also pretend to be hackers with some kind of incriminating evidence. One common variation of this scam arrives in the form of an unsolicited email where the sender claims to be a hacker who has access to your PC. They will say they've found some kind of incriminating evidence or taken over your webcam to capture footage of you doing something embarrassing or which you'd rather other people didn't know about. The emails promise to send the incriminating evidence to all of your email and social media contacts unless you send some Bitcoin to the blackmailer, and will typically include instructions on how to purchase Bitcoin and where to send it. Naturally, it's all a lie. The phony blackmailers don't have any evidence and nothing will happen regardless of whether or not you make a payment. The scam is purely a numbers game, where the perpetrators hope that by sending out enough emails, they'll scare enough people into sending them some Bitcoin. How to avoid Bitcoin blackmail scams? Search online to see if other people are saying they've received the same email. Don't believe the scammers, and consider using VPNs to browse more privately for additional peace of mind against this type of scam. Pumps and dumps. Cryptocurrencies are often dismissed as a speculator's dream come true that are ripe for a little bit of market manipulation, which has led to the rise of what is known as pump and dump schemes. This is where large groups of buyers target an altcoin with a small market cap, buy that coin en masse at a particular time to drive its price up, which attracts a whole new lot of buyers fueled by FOMO, fear of missing out, and then sell to take advantage of the significant price rise. This sort of thing is illegal in traditional securities markets, but is a common occurrence in the largely unregulated world of cryptocurrencies. In fact, there are several online groups and forums dedicated to this exact practice, so it's important that you stay savvy and know how to steer clear of these scams. The way to avoid a pump and dump scam is to be very wary of low market cap cryptos that normally have a low trading volume but that suddenly experience a sharp price rise. Keep an eye out for fake news on social media that hypes particular coins, and carefully research the credentials of any cryptocurrency before buying. That ends our video for some of the more common crypto scams you may encounter. Always be careful with crypto. There is a lot of opportunity, but also a lot of opportunity to get conned. Thanks for watching. Remember to come back for more, and until then, take care.